Hello, my name is XONEVANT. Today is Sunday, March the 30th, and this is your Daily Dose. Can you believe it? It's already Sunday again. Wow, this week has flown by fast, but it's story time. I wanted to share with you guys another story of my crazy childhood. So I'm calling this story the Thorn Bush Kid, and there'll be a good reason for that once you hear the story. But when I was a kid, you know, we loved to play outside. Like, that was the big thing. It was video games and playing outside. Like, that was the two things that we did as a kid. And then obviously we ate junk food because that's what we do. And we had a thorn bush in our backyard. Actually, we had a couple of thorn bushes in our backyard. Now, obviously, my mom and dad would always tell us, you know, look, don't play around the thorn bush. We don't want you falling in that thing, getting thorns in your skin, getting hurt, you know, just doing typical parental things, right? Parental advice. And of course, you know, XONEVANT, me being the crazy kid that I was, I guess I thought I was Superman or immune to thorns or something like that. Because one day I started playing around the thorn bush, right? And I was kind of jumping around it and kind of mocking the thorn bush. Like, you can't get me, sucker. You know what I mean? And then for whatever reason, I fell. I tripped, and I fell smack dab into the thorn bush. Now, if you've never fell into a thorn bush, it sucks. Like, we used to play outside with our shirts off, right? Because it was summertime or whatever. So when I fell into the thorn bush, I had no protection, right? Thorns were literally all, like, the front of my body was full of thorns. My arms, my hands, my chest, my face, my freaking face was full of thorns. And there you go, I was the freaking thorn bush kid, son. So then obviously I had to walk inside and, you know, tell my mom. She was pretty upset because obviously they had warned us not to play in the thorn bush. And we weren't very rich. We weren't a very wealthy family. And so we didn't really have the money to take me to the doctor to have them pull out all the thorns, because that's the only way to get them out. You know, they're in your skin. You have to pull these suckers out, right? So my mom, you know, she had to become a doctor that day. I remember driving down to, it was in Eckerd's. Eckerd's were big when I was a kid, man. There were basically stores like pharmacy stores. And I remember going there, and I remember I couldn't even sit down in the car, like, because, like, I mean, I could sit down in the car fine, obviously, because there was nothing in my back. But I used to love to lean on the front seat, like kind of be up there with my parents. And I remember trying to do that on the way there, and it was just pain, man. And obviously when you're a kid, everything hurts, like, to the nth degree, right? So I was being a little whiny kid, like most kids are. And I was crying and all that kind of stuff, son. And my brother was laughing at me because I literally, it looked like I had the measles or something, because when the thorns went into your skin, obviously they would cause these red areas, and they were all down my body, dude. I mean, I looked like a freak. So my mom ended up getting a ton of medical supplies. She got like some peroxide and some tweezers and all that kind of stuff. And we went back to the house, and I was still crying and in tears. My brother was laughing at me. It was a bad day for you boys, son. And I remember her sitting down on the couch, and she said, "Now look, son, I'm going to have to pull all these thorns out of you." And I looked at her like, "No, you ain't. That ain't happening today. That is not happening today." But then she hit me up with the truth. She was like, "Look, if you get through this, right, when it's all said and done, I will give you a popsicle." Now, let me go ahead and tell you the power of a popsicle, son. First of all, if you don't know what a popsicle is, you are missing out. And popsicles were king when I was a kid. I mean, if your mom came into your room and said, "Clean your room," and you were like, "Nope," and then she said, "I tell you what, if you clean it, I give you a popsicle," it was like, bam, that room was spick and span, son. That room was clean, dust free, because popsicles ruled, man. So when she hit me up with the truth that I was gonna get a popsicle, oh, I went into juggernaut mode, son. I was straight stoic. Nothing could faze me, son. I was like, pull these things out. So she went to town, man. She pulled them out, and then look, there was probably hundreds of these things in my skin, like literally. And she pulled them all out, man. It took over 6 hours. 6 hours. My mom went straight medical on them, son. She was a straight doctor. And she did it, man. A 6-hour procedure on you boys, son. Pulled them all out. And I think I ended up getting more than one popsicle. And my favorite popsicle color, my favorite drink, like if you want to offer me like a Kool-Aid or something like that, it's always purple, man. I love the purple drinks. So I got me a purple popsicle. I got a couple of them, as a matter of fact. And that was my, that's how I spent that day. I think it was a Saturday too, man. So I spent my whole Saturday, man, cooped up in the house, you know, getting the medical procedure done. It was crazy. But yeah, that was my thorn bush. I was the thorn bush kid for that day, man. I wish I had a picture. I really do, because I would love to see it. It was bad, dude. I had red marks all over my body. But thanks to my mom for being a doctor that day. I thought I would share that funny story with you guys. That is the time I wrestled with the thorn bush, and I lost.